Okay, I just wanted to talk briefly about the two different gauges generally used in the garden railway environment, just to give you an idea of what they look like and help you ultimately make the decision that's best for you. I get a lot of people saying that the shops have advised them to go for the larger gauged track, 45mm track seen on the right on your picture. Some people prefer to go with the smaller narrow gauge look, the 32mm track seen on the left hand side of your picture. Some people are told that the larger 45mm track seen here on the right is more stable and trains don't come off on corners. This of course is not strictly true. If you're running trains at prototypical speeds, there's no reason why you shouldn't go for the smaller 32mm track. Also depends on the sort of trains that you're thinking of running. Generally the track to the right, the 45mm gauge track, produced by LGB, USA Trains, Aristocraft and a number of other manufacturers, is more popular with those modelling trains that run using track power. Generally people running with 32mm gauge track tend to be live steam powered locomotives. The two main differences really, other than the gauge, the 45mm track, made predominantly out of brass, got a yellowy tinge to it, conducts electricity very well, and is a kind of larger profile rail, generally kept clean using locomotives that can clean the track for you, or also by hand as well. The smaller 32mm track, generally made out of nickel silver. It oxidizes quite quickly, generally poorer for electrical conductivity, but generally cheaper to purchase. In terms of the look and the feel in the garden, the G-scale track shown on the right has a larger presence. In terms of the feel, aesthetically, depending on what you're running, works very well in either situation. To give you an idea of locomotives that can be bought and run on either track and what they look like, I'll zoom up now, and I've got two locomotives, both from the same manufacturer, both the same locomotive. They are interchangeable gauge wise. They can be run on either the 45mm track or the 32mm track. These are Roundhouse Engineering Lady Anne locomotives. As I said, they can be run on either gauge, either the 45mm track shown on the right. Joanna is in blue livery, and running on the 45mm track I use USA Trains and Aristocraft for my G-scale 45mm track. On the left hand side, James, the green engine, is sitting on the 32mm track, Pico track. And you can see that in terms of giving a narrow gauge feel, the 32mm track here, which James the green engine is running on, aesthetically more pleasing. Side by side, you can see the difference. And as we pan up slightly, you can see the presence that the locomotives have on the different gauges of track. Green locomotive, James, quite a large presence over the and above the 32mm rails, very typical of UK narrow gauge and also worldwide narrow gauge, the Harz lines in Germany. Joanna blue engine on the 45mm track, still looking very nice. If you run 45mm track, obviously you have the option of using a huge expansive rolling stock locomotives from track powered trains from manufacturers like LGB, Aristocraft, USA Trains, Pico, and several others. So really it's up to you to decide what you think looks nicest for the environment that you want to create, without being swayed in either way by the retailer. If I move James forward slightly on the 32mm track, and just put them side by side, one ahead of each other, you can just see presence that they give to their own lines. For those who are interested in the ballast that I'm using, had a few people ask. Generally on the 45mm track, it's limestone and it's 6mm grade. On the smaller 32mm track, it's a smaller, finer grade, generally 3 to 4 mils. It's also limestone. It's a lot easier and a lot cheaper than granite. And I think that both grades work well and generally in scale with the track that's sitting above them. So they have it. It's up to you. Don't be swayed what the shops say. It really is up to you, depending on what you want to run. 45mm track on the right, 32mm track on the left. It's exactly the same locomotives. See what you think looks most pleasing to yourself and make your decision based on that.